Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is March the 27th, 2022. Yeah, the stock market is going to go up. I'm going to show you all basically by looking at the price chart to anticipate the stock market going up. The three indexes, which is the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, as well as the Dow, are all geared to go up in price. I'm going to talk about that today on the video. So before you even go, I want you all, if you appreciate my video, my content, hit the like button, share the video, also subscribe here to the channel, tap that bell notification as well, because you want to know this. You want to understand how the market really works. It doesn't work on people's opinions, hypotheses, theories, thesis. No, it works on what you and I are doing with our own money. Whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller, your action is dictated, it's recorded on the price charts. So why would you focus on anything else? This is the great decider. This is the market consensus of everybody, from the dumbest of the dumb to the smartest of the smarts. It is all here from everyone who is interested in stocks and finances. Your idea is already on the chart. Yeah, so I don't focus on anything else outside of the price chart because you already have shown me overall what you're expecting the market to do. So check this out. If you guys appreciate it, hit the like button, share the video, also subscribe here to the channel because I've been doing this for a while. I don't look at anything else. You could go back and look at all of my content. You will only see me speak on prices and the price chart. No fear, no FUD, no FOMO. This is how you're able to be non-emotional when you come in and play in the stock market. So join me. All right. So look at this. January the 23rd was the last time I did a video for these three indexes. Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, then after you view this one, go back and see what I said then, because you guys can see what really happened now. Is it amazing that you was able to actually show how low price was going to go before the market turned up and went higher in price? This is not rocket science. I'm amazed at how many people try to make this so hard and complicated for you. I was telling you all back in January that the market could stand up around 41.25 for the S&P 500. It's amazing. So if you saw that video back in January, and let's say you wanted to short that index, the S&P 500, you could have gotten 6.16% out the market then. Yeah. Now that is done, that is over. So let's speak on what are we noticing here going forward, because check this out. Even though I'm looking for the market in these three indexes to go up in price, I really want to pump the brakes. I don't want you all to think that we're here to make all-time highs in these three indexes, because we're definitely not. But what we're noticing is that the market is trying to, what many people like to term it as, a bear market rally, meaning that we're really in a bear market, but the market is giving opportunity for those who understand how these dynamics work to offload their positions so that they can continue to make the bag, even though the environment is bearish. This is what a bear market means, or a bear market rally means, is that people, as price continues to go up, they are relinquishing their positions. They're selling as price continues to increase. Now, only those who are in the know are doing that. A lot of people who don't know how the market works are thinking that this is a buying opportunity, when in fact it is a selling opportunity. Yes. So check this out. This is the S&P 500 on a weekly time frame. I'll follow these three indexes on a weekly perspective because the market moves minor on a daily perspective, right? So where do you think the market high is going to come at in the S&P 500? How high you think price is going to go is what I'm asking you, because we do have some points that we can tell where the sellers can stand up price or the market can get rejected, right? And this is the closest area right here. So yeah, 4,600 points. Yeah, and the S&P 500 could be the start to where the sellers would now come back into the market and dump more of their positions. So we don't have far to go, especially seeing how this last weekly price bar is so small. When we look at the last one, the previous one, look at that, totally different. And the volume is a lot lighter from the previous weeks too. So it looks as if the market may be pumping its brakes real soon in the S&P 500. Let's look at this on a different time frame. So this is S&P on the 2 weeks time frame. Now from this perspective, it looks as if the S&P 500 may try to hit this ascending line that is drawn on my chart. Now that would give us an increase in price of maybe 3.81%. At the highs, it would be around 6%. This 2 weekly price bar is reflecting a lot of strength, so much so that the market is geared to continue to go up in price. Now we still got to keep our eyes open on 4,600 points though. That's the first area that we all need to be paying attention. The second area is going to be here around 4,700 points. So it look like the market in the S&P 500 is going to hit like 100-point increments. Look at it on the 3 weeks. This is even more bullish. So the further out in time we go, the market is still reflecting towards bullishness. So from a weekly, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we can anticipate the price in the S&P 500 to go up. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. So let me switch this back over. Okay. On the weekly time frame, and let's play that strength, right? Let's look for the market in the S&P 500 to go up. Now, we already know where the first area was that the buyer stood up price. It's around 4,200 points, right? But I'm going to lift it up just a little bit higher. In order for us to really see the market in the S&P 500 continue its movement higher, we will have to see the market hold 4,250, right? But we also know that a great area is 4,200 points. So I'm ultimately going to keep it there at the previous area to where the buyers confirmed that they was willing to prop up price. Now, this first horizontal line is where we might need to take the profitability. We might just need to take a little bit off the position there and be satisfied with this 1% move higher. I'm just saying, I'm a realist. We can actually see the sellers stand up price in S&P 500 right there around 4,600 points. That's it right there. But looking at this from a 3 weekly time frame, I wouldn't be surprised to see the market in the S&P 500 come up here towards this ascending line, right, and bump its head, and the sellers will show itself there. Yeah, we can actually see that most definitely. It looks as if the S&P 500 is going to try to attempt all-time highs from the 3 weekly time frame. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 price targets. The first one is 4,600 points. That's simple. That's 1% movement to the upside. But looking at this from the 3 weekly time frame, the market in the S&P 500 looks to at least try to hit its head on this ascending line that is drawn on my chart. Yeah. Give me all the heads up now. Okay, so now let me hit this back over to the weekly. We want to follow the market here on the S&P 500 here on the weekly time frame, and we're going to look for the market to hit one of these 2 lines, either or. Now, let's go ahead and look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is next. All right, so you guys can see here again, I did a video back in January looking for the price in the Nasdaq to go down. You guys can see right here the week of what is this, March the 14th. The market low in the Nasdaq came down to 12,937 points. I was looking for it to come down to like 12,750. Hey, that's close, right? Pretty close. So on the low of that particular weekly price bar, that's what, almost 10% movement to the downside in the Nasdaq. Done, over, again, pretty much like a broken record. I'm looking for the Nasdaq to do the same thing like the S&P, right? So we got a couple of areas. Let me go ahead and just drop it here on the chart for the Nasdaq. The first area, just like an S&P 500, the point restriction is going to be relatively close, right? 15,200 points. That's 3% that we can see the Nasdaq go up in price. That's the first area that we need to nibble and take the profitability out the market in the Nasdaq. 15,215 points. Now, you're going to get the same type of idea on the 3 weekly time frame as well in the Nasdaq. Like, this is a very strong market being seen on the long term. 15,500 points will be the next area. So we have this first area, 15,215. That's the first price target. My second one is here around 15,500. That's my second price target. Now, look at this on the monthly. The market here is relatively strong in the Nasdaq as well. My third area, I would say, is going to be up here towards 15,850 points, right around there. Because like I said, I really don't think that this is a opportunity to come in and think the price is going to go exceedingly higher in these three indexes, but rather we have a little bit of room to run to go up in price. Okay, and we're going to continue to play the strength into the market in the Nasdaq until price is able to break below 13,400 points. All right, so still looking pretty good in the Nasdaq. You guys can tell though from the S&P 500 to the Nasdaq is a little bit more weaker. So I'm not really anticipating the price in the Nasdaq or the points in the Nasdaq to come up here to this ascending line. I don't see that occurring in the Nasdaq like I am in S&P 500. Okay, now let's take a look at this last index, the Dow. Here it is. You guys can tell that the Dow is a lot stronger than the other two. The Dow is one of the strongest components right now out of these three indexes. I'm just going to keep it real. You guys can tell how the price action looks totally different from the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. So if you're looking for like a place to hold your cash or a place to hold a position, the Dow is the one reflecting more strength. I mean, the market even held where I told you all that it was going to hold price back in January, 33,000 points. It did that. The market buyers stood up price there, and that was 3.6% movement to the downside. So now again, basically the buyers in the Dow is still telling us that they're willing to hold up the price around 33,000 points, which is great. We needed to see that confirmed, and they did that. Now, how high you think price is going to go? I mean, you guys can see it. There's a couple of high points. First one is around 35,600 points. Yeah, that's the first area. 35,600 points. Okay, so that would take us about what, another 2.12% market higher. 35,600 points. That's the first area. My second area is going to be up here. 35,000, almost 36,000 points. Let's just say 36,000. That's another 3% price movement higher. Okay, we already know what the buyer stood up, so we're going to continue to hold that there. It's not hard, it's not rocket science. This is how high I think the market is going to go, right? I'm not thinking that we're going to make all-time highs on these three indexes. It's possible, it's going to get close, but again, this is how you need to know what you need to do before the market actually gets there, because it's a competition. I don't care what anyone tries to convince you of. No one is in the market being your friend. They're simply trying to take your money, and you're trying to do the same thing. You want their money, they want your money. So in order for us to get their money, we need to be ahead of them. That's the edge that we have, is that we become predictors, that we forecast where we think price is going to go. Because once it gets there, we'll wait on them and say, hey, cough it up. Let me get that bag. So this is what I'm seeing right now on these three indexes. You guys can see it. Not looking for the price to go massively higher. No. But I still think that there's a little bit more energy in the tank to let these three indexes to go up. So I want to go through here to get, here it is again, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, as well as the Dow. Real quick, right? I want to give you all the opportunity to learn as well. Basically, just look at the price chart and tell me, what do you come up with in regards to where you think the market is going to go? All right. So this is it. Let me know what you all think. Make sure you hit that like button. Share the video and also subscribe here to the channel. Join the team, because this is simple. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.